We found the cheapest Alaska cruise from Seattle, but this one is a little controversial.
Did we get a steal, or is this cruise going to be an absolute disaster?
We are going to investigate. In fact, we are going to evaluate everything. And we're also going to provide you with loads of tips to help you have a successful Alaska cruise. But to keep things interesting, we have imposed one rule on ourselves for this sailing.
The key to any Alaska cruise is excursions. So this is the rule. We must do some type of adventure at every port of call.
Let's get started. On this cruise, we will be on the Norwegian Bliss cruise ship. It is one of the first sailings of this year's Alaska cruise season. We will be boarding the ship in Seattle. We stayed in a hotel in the downtown area, got a taxi to the cruise port, and in no time at all, we made our way through processing and into the holding area.
That was super easy, and now we're just hanging out waiting for them to call our zone so we can get on the ship.
So far, very smooth. We're off to a good start. And just a few minutes later, we were boarding the ship.
All right, we are about to step on the Norwegian Bliss. Let's go. 3. We're on.
Now I think we can go ahead and give our Seattle embarkation review. Extremely smooth, 5 stars. So as we continued on, we checked into our muster station and then explored the ship. And if you know Kelly, she is always about taking some photos.
Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Got the Space Needle in the background. Cloudy day, but still lovely. I love it.
Now, of course, we had to grab some food. We needed energy to follow the rule. We must do an adventure at every port of call. And while we are waiting for access to our staterooms, I guess it is as good a time as any to tell you about the disaster I have already had on this trip. Okay, we have boarded the Norwegian Bliss cruise ship, and it is off to a great start. We've been on board for a few hours, but personally, I am not off to a great start with the entire trip, but it's going to get better. I'm not down about it, but... Yeah.
So from my perspective, we're sleeping in our hotel in the middle of the night. All of a sudden, I hear a loud bang, I mean very loud bang, and a ow!
And here's what happened with the big ouch in the middle of the night is I rolled over in the bed, and right next to the bed there's these tables and they had these glass top corners. I hit my head, banged it up pretty good. Let me just say that our white pillows had a lot of red on them. And so that's why I'm rocking the hat here on embarkation day. Kelly slept through it after that initial trauma. I'm
glad you're okay though.
Yeah.
But who busts their head open on a corner of a nightstand in the middle of the night? Why are they rolling over?
My first thought, we're staying here, it's called the Charter Hotel. And my first thought was, what happened? My second thought was because it was so hard and still hurting, I'm glad I didn't knock myself out. So if this is the worst thing that happens on this cruise, look, we're going to be okay.
I think they're making an announcement. I'm thinking they're telling us that our stateroom is done.
All right, so we're gonna go check out our stateroom.
Welcome to our interior cabin on the NCL Bliss. We are going to give you guys a quick tour. So first we have the vanity over here. You've got your phone. You've got 3 outlets that you can use. Let me show you here the size of the refrigerator. It's a little mini fridge. Okay, and then moving right along, Jason and I are both military veterans, so Norwegian does something really cool. They give you a patch and a coin, a little packet, so that's very cool. And then Norwegian also hooked us up with some strawberries and free water because I am a registered travel agent with NCL. I don't think I've ever seen a strawberry this big. It is like the size of my face. Look at that thing.
If you tell me that thing's not genetically engineered, I don't know what is. That is a bunch of fertilizer on that
strawberry. All right, you want to try them?
Let's try them. I'm gonna grab this one. What are you going with?
I'm gonna go with this.
I lost half my chocolate.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm gonna eat my chocolate first. Pretty good.
So let's keep walking over this way. Now here's your little stool that you can pull out and sit. It also has a hard top on there so you can use it as a table or flip it over and use it as a serving tray. And then down here you'll also see you have your hair dryer. And then we have the bed here, and I don't know if you can see, Jason, there's a little bit of storage right there. And then this is really cool. There's little reading lights on both sides, and then this is where you're going to have your USB plug-in right there. Let's take you guys over to the closet area. The closet's pretty small. You've got couple shelves there, and then your safe is in there as well. And we'll keep moving here. You've got a little bit more storage space there. The TV. Now we're gonna walk over this way, and then the bathroom's pretty small, so I'm just gonna let Jason go in and show you the bathroom. Okay, so that is the tour of an interior cabin on the NCL Bliss. We got a guaranteed interior, so we weren't quite sure what we were going to end up with. It is a little bit small, but it is nice, so we're happy. We got a good location, so we're happy.
But we did find that the extremely small room did present some challenges. I think we can go ahead and give our stateroom review, nice but could be better, 3.5 stars. Next, we went to the sail-away party, enjoyed time at main dining, and then called it a night. Now, day number 2 was a sea day. We didn't really go out that far to sea to do those circles, but hey, I thought it was a good route. On day 2, we relaxed and explored the ship. One key Alaska cruise tip is to explore your ship early in the cruise to discover the spots to get the best views. Knowing where to go will be important later when you get near the mountains and glaciers. On the Norwegian Bliss, our absolute favorite spot was the observation lounge. If you want to check out the views while you're on the Norwegian Bliss, you will want to consider the observation lounge on the front of deck number 15. They have food and drink available, they have loads of comfortable seating, and you can get amazing views both to the front of the ship and on both sides. We enjoyed a casual remainder of our day, but all along I was concerned about the rule. We must do an adventure at every port of call. The fact is, we only had one excursion already planned, and we will be visiting 4 ports of call plus sailing in Glacier Bay. If we fail, this video could turn out to be the most boring flop in the history of cruise vlogger nothingness. The next morning comes and we are feeling refreshed. It's raining, but Kelly is in good spirits.
It's raining! It's Alaska!
It's day number 3, and we will be visiting Juneau, Alaska in the afternoon. So while we wait, we go to the American Diner on the Norwegian Bliss and enjoy some great food. Everything we tried there was super. Then the time came for our first test. We have just arrived at Juneau, Alaska, and the rule is we must do some sort of adventure at every port of call. But we have a plan. Today we are planning to go to Mendenhall Glacier. The weather, well, it's a little iffy. Kelly, what's the weather check today?
So current temperatures are about 41 degrees. They're going to be dropping throughout the day today, down to about 38 or 39. Now, there is quite a bit of precipitation in the area, mixed with a little bit of sleet and snow. Wind gusts are about 25 miles an hour. Back to you, Jason.
Wow, that was pretty good. Let's go ashore. So we began the process of going ashore, and since we do not have anything officially booked yet, in Juneau you can go to some booths on the dock to coordinate your activity. Yes. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? I watch this guy all the time. Oh no. Yeah. Let's go. No, that's awesome. Dude, hey, good to meet you.
I think I just watched one of your videos like this morning.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
no way. We were able to set up our trip to the Mendenhall Glacier with the help of Nick, a super nice guy. After a short wait, we boarded a bus, and after about a 20-minute drive, we arrived at our destination. Okay, we just arrived at the drop-off point for the Mendenhall Glacier, and in fact, we can already see it. Let me turn around the camera and let you see. But Kelly and I, we are going to take a little hike on what is called the Nugget Trail, and we are going to get a little bit closer, so let's go. Now, if you just want to see the glacier, some of the best views are from the visitor center, which is where the bus drops you off at. But if you want to get closer and see the Nugget Falls as well, the Nugget Trail is only 1 mile out and 1 mile back. It's mostly flat, and the average person can easily do the round trip in about 40 minutes. Okay, so one thing I will say is the trail is really good. It's actually like a concrete, plenty wide, and so you don't even really need hiking and trekking shoes in order to do this. It's a good path.
Yeah.
Once you arrive at the end of the path, you are at the Nugget Falls.
Let's see how close we can get.
The falls are amazing. Kelly and I spent time taking in the whole experience, and of course Kelly was getting her pictures.
Hi! Just taking some pictures.
Did you get some good stuff?
I'm trying.
From the falls area, you can also see the glacier. We had a great time and explored the entire area.
Yeah.
This little sand dune.
They don't have quicksand in Alaska, do they? We're not going down, are we?
I don't want to find out. But then we needed to start our hike back to the visitor center to catch our bus. Okay, I gotta say, love, you are being quite the trooper this trip to Alaska.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'm having a great time.
I am super impressed.
Yeah, cool adventure today. What's our next adventure?
Dinner.
All right, I like that.
We've got the steakhouse tonight.
All right.
And we did enjoy the steakhouse. Juneau is complete and we can call it a success, but the next day is going to be interesting. On day number 4, our destination is Skagway, Alaska. And for this day, we are taking a bit of a different approach in our attempts to follow the rule, where we must do an adventure at every port of call. Here is the situation. Good morning. We just arrived in Skagway, Alaska. It is very early. The problem is we still don't have plans for what we are going to do here. Kelly, she's back in the room getting ready for the day, and I told her that I was going to go do some exploring. I did not tell her that that meant off the ship. I'm on my way to try to go plan and coordinate an excursion for the day, and I'm just going to surprise her. I hope she likes it. Now, one big Alaska cruise tip is that you should book your shore excursions early, because the fact is the best options will often sell out quickly. Our cruise is one of the first of the season, and with the exception of one port, we were the only cruise ship in town. So book early, and we personally use Shore Excursions Group. We'll put a link to some of their top Alaska excursion options down in the video description. Okay, so if you have never been to Skagway, Alaska, pretty much everything is located on Broadway, which I am standing on the edge of right now. You can see back this way, you can see our cruise ship, the Norwegian Bliss, and then I'm gonna turn around and you can see all the way up the street, and there is shopping on either side. Now, I'm looking for a unique, something new to do for Kelly and I here in Skagway. So back behind me, that unique looking building, that is the Skagway Visitor Center. We're gonna go inside and see if we can come up with some ideas. The workers are very helpful. The place inside is small, but they have plenty of information. Okay, I have a plan. We are going to rent some electric bikes. We're going to go on about a 20-mile ride to visit some unique sites in and around Skagway. Will Kelly like it? I don't know, but it will be an adventure. But right now, I need to hurry back to the ship. I've been gone exploring for quite a while, and Kelly is probably wondering where I'm at.
So Jason has been gone for quite a while. I am going to go ahead and grab breakfast because I am starving.
The moment of truth will be coming soon. Kelly is going to get breakfast. I'm heading back to the ship. She has sent me a message saying she is eating in the observation lounge.
What are we doing?
So I'll tell you what, whenever we do our little narrative before we go off the ship and announce the day,
Yep.
I'll share with you then.
Fun!
I hope so. And soon the time comes for the narrative. Okay, it is day number 4 and we have arrived in Skagway, Alaska. Now the rule is we must do some sort of adventure at every port of call, and I have a surprise excursion planned for Kelly today. Do you have any idea what it may be?
No, but I'm super excited to find out.
All right, well here it is. What I have planned, she's gonna hear this for the first time, is that we have electric bicycles reserved, and we're going to take a 20-mile ride out into the Alaska wilderness to see some amazing sights. So what do you think?
Okay, that sounds fun. That's definitely an adventure.
So that's what we're gonna do. What's the weather gonna be like today? What are we expecting with that?
Yep, so right now it is in the 40s. However, the wind is really gusty, so it makes it feel a little bit colder than that, but the good news is there is no rain.
All right, so hey, let's go have some fun. So Kelly and I get ready and make our way off the ship. The weather is kicking, but we were ready for it.
You hear that wind whistling? Listen.
Yeah, that's a little intense.
I'd say the winds are probably gusting at 40 miles an hour.
My weather girl. After a short walk, we make our way to Klondike Electric Bikes, located just off Broadway on 5th Avenue. After a brief time inside, we were ready. Okay, we have completed our test drive and we have our bikes.
So now we are going to do a 20-mile journey.
And we haven't rode bikes in a long time, so this should be interesting. So we hit the road. It will just be Kelly and I on this outing by ourselves. We will make several stops along the way. After a short ride, we came to our first one. Okay, we are a few miles in and we have arrived at our first stop, the Gold Rush Cemetery.
Yeah, we've been biking for about 15 minutes, and as soon as we stopped here, we decided we're hot. We got to take off some of our clothes.
We left some on though, but we're feeling better. We're not as hot.
Let's go check it out.
Let's go check it out. We checked out the cemetery for a bit, then when we leave the cemetery, Kelly and I get on the highway and make our way up a mountain to an overlook of the city. If you want to know what the entirety of Skagway looks like, well, this is it.
What do you think about it so far?
I think it's pretty awesome. And the weather is amazing. Electric bikes, who knew they were so fun? It's great. I do have one problem.
What?
Keeping up with you. You are so fast on an electric bike. I'm like the old man, like huffing along, trying to keep up with my old lady.
I know for certain there's going to be two things that's going to be sore on me tomorrow. I won't say what they are, but you all know.
We continue the journey. Soon the road becomes a dirt road. There are lots of good places to stop along the way, so we take things slow and are in awe of the views.
This is beautiful.
Okay, have I told you? I love Alaska!
This lady is being converted to an Alaska lover before our very eyes. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, watch the Alaska series we posted just a few weeks ago. This is a breakthrough.
This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
How's those legs doing, babe? They doing good?
Yeah,
Feeling strong?
They're feeling a little tight. We got about 14, 13 miles to go. So.
All right, do some jumping jacks. Get ready. All right, let's go.
Stretch, stretch.
As we ride on with the ease of the electric bike assistance, we get even more remote in Alaska, and we are absolutely astounded by the scenery.
Look at that, babe. Look out there.
I know, right?
We go across bridges, we go through forest. I mean, look at this. Is this not amazing? So I am thinking the surprise outing is a success, but before we are done, Kelly confirms it.
Okay, honestly, this is the best excursion I have done in a very long time. I am having the time of my life.
And all I have to say is after coordinating this is, woo, you never know how this could go.
So we make our way back to the Norwegian Bliss to get some food and enjoy some evening entertainment. The comedy has been okay, the production shows are probably good for many people, just not our cup of tea. The major highlight and fun seem to be the interactive activities that occur each day in the main atrium area. If you can get a seat, that is the place to be. I think we are ready to give our honest review of the ship's entertainment, pretty much average, 4 stars. On day number 5, we will be sailing in Glacier Bay. On nearly all Alaska cruises, you will have at least one day of what is called scenic cruising. This will involve sailing in a fjord or another inlet, viewing mountains, wildlife, and glaciers. And for this cruise, we will be doing this in Glacier Bay, which is right around the corner from Skagway and Juneau. Now, remember yesterday when Kelly said she would be hurting from the bike ride?
But I will say, I know for certain there's going to be two things that's going to be sore on me tomorrow. I won't say what they are, but you all know.
Yeah, well, today is that day. Let's check in on Kelly.
What are you doing, babe?
I'm getting ibuprofen. My legs hurt so bad. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get up from here. You may have to help me. We're good.
So, Kelly gets fixed up and we are ready to start our day.
Day number 5, we will be visiting Glacier Bay. Now, we're not arriving at a port of call, so there's no adventure in that sense, but being on the ship is an adventure in and of itself with all of the amazing views. So Kelly, what's the weather looking like for today?
Well, I'll just say this, Jason. It's Alaska. Need I say more?
Rain, and more rain, and a little chilly, but hey, it looks like it's going to be a great day. Let's check it out.
For us, we have decided to spend the morning in the observation lounge. On the Norwegian Bliss, it is a perfect inside comfortable spot to take in all of the views. A big Alaska cruise tip for your day of scenic sailing is to get your viewing spot early. You will find that the best locations will get crowded quickly, so it's definitely not the day to sleep in late. Kelly and I are amazed at everything we are seeing.
All I have to say is you don't have this in the Caribbean.
That is true. But you do have sunshine.
It's a good point.
Now, another Alaska cruise tip is to bring some good binoculars. You will want them for viewing wildlife and for seeing the glaciers up close. Our binos are one of our favorite travel items. We got them on Amazon for $24 and they are rated as 4.5 stars with over 22,000 reviews. We'll put a link in the video description. After a few hours inside, Kelly and I decided to throw on some more clothes and head outside to get another vantage point.
All right, babe, what are you putting on?
I'm putting on multiple layers, and how many? I don't know how many layers you got, but you need to put it all on.
Put it all.
You need to put it all on because we're about to go up into some serious cold.
Okay, well,
rain.
Then I am definitely putting on my rain pants, and I'm gonna have 3 head protectors. So I'm gonna have my hat, I'm gonna have this,
Listen,
and then I'm gonna have my rain jacket.
You've got this.
I got this.
And we spent some time goofing off a bit.
You wanna help me with these pants?
Help you with the pants?
We got you, girl. We're professionals. Don't try this at home.
After we get fixed up, we make our way out to the front of the ship.
Okay, so on the Norwegian Bliss, they open up the very front part of the ship here on deck number 8, so you can get the best view possible as you're going into Glacier Bay with all of the glaciers. So check it all out. It's pretty amazing.
It is definitely a good spot to be, and Norwegian only opens the area to passengers on scenic sailing days, and Kelly loves the extras that they provide.
One of the things that I absolutely love is when you are walking out to the observation point, somebody's there and handing you hot cocoa, and you can get one of these warm fuzzy blankets to stay warm.
We stayed outside for quite a while. We are able to see multiple glaciers. The good thing about being on the deck is that you can easily move around to get the best viewpoint.
Okay, so I don't know about you, but I absolutely love Alaska. I love these snow-capped peaks that are all around. Love the glaciers. I'm telling you, it is absolutely beautiful. There's no way we can take it in with camera what we're seeing with our eyes right now. And if you're coming to Alaska with us on the group cruise, can't wait to do it with you.
Speaking of our Alaska group cruise, this will be in August of 2026 on board the Royal Princess cruise ship. We would love to have you join us. There are limited staterooms available. If you're interested, we'll put a link in the video description where you enter your email and you will be sent all of the details. We finish our time out on the deck, and then it is time to go back in.
Okay, Kelly, so that was amazing, but it is a bit chilly.
Yes, it is.
So do you want to go in and get some coffee?
Absolutely, let's go.
Let's go.
Now, a ship's layout is important for an Alaska cruise because you want to get those views. On the Norwegian Bliss, the observation lounge is top-notch, though it fills up quickly. Other lounge areas have great viewpoints. There are plenty of covered areas on the sides of the ship, and then there is the deck at the very front. I think we are ready to give our review on the Norwegian Bliss layout. Pretty good, 4.5 stars. I believe we can count day number 5 as a success. Then on day number 6, we're sailing south down to Ketchikan, Alaska. Let's go ahead and jump into the day.
Day number 6, we have arrived in Ketchikan, Alaska. We must do an adventure at every port of call. So at this port, we have booked an excursion with Shore Excursions Group. We're going to be doing the Bering Sea Crab Fisherman's Tour. This should be exciting. Kelly, what's the weather looking like?
So the current temperature right now is a comfortable 49 degrees. The winds are pretty calm, and the best part about it all is there's very low chance of rain for the forecast today. I'm happy.
Hopefully this will not be the deadliest catch. We shall find out. Let's do it.
In fact, for this excursion, we will be on the Aleutian Ballad that was on the Deadliest Catch show. We're excited, so we make our way to shore, head into the terminal area, and check in for the excursion.
We're Bering Sea, yes.
Perfect.
Good.
We're good, how are you?
Good. I can take your tickets if you got it orange.
Okay,
got 'em
yep,
online.
on my phone.
We load the bus, the same bus doing the same things as those who booked through the cruise line. But with Shore Excursions Group, it was about $70 cheaper per person.
Okay, about to hop on the boat for the Bering Sea Crab Fisherman Tour. Feeling a little hungry, so let's go get some crab.
Once we are on board, it is clear that this excursion does not disappoint. The crew gives loads of demonstrations showing exactly how things are done out in the Bering Sea. I'm inspired. I may have a new side hustle.
Okay, so if for some reason YouTube does not work out, I need to work on a backup plan. I am so impressed with this boat that, you never know when I want to go crab fishing. Got to work on the grapple action a little bit.
The crew notices my form is off a bit, so they offer me some help.
But let me see if I can get it down. So I got a little slack right here. All right, so look, I'm getting some professional training, so we're gonna be ready to go. So look, I got my slack, holding it by the second knot.
Perfect.
I'm a lefty, but I'm rolling right, so here's how we go. All right, so I'm gonna go back, and I'm not gonna toss, but I'm gonna let it fly. When we bring it back in, there's gonna be crab for sure. So. All right.
And if I do decide to become a crab fisherman, I know exactly who to pick to be my first mate.
How do I look?
You look professional.
Do I look like I'm ready to throw it? All right, you ready?
Yep. Whee! All right, here we go.
Throughout the excursion, it is action-packed, and the crew provides a load of information.
Another thing that I really like about this particular excursion is the guides and the captain of the ship. They have actual personal stories. These are actual fishermen. These are people that live it, have lived it. They're passionate about it. It has been very cool and heartwarming, actually.
Now, as far as facilities on the boat, it's great. They have seating available for demonstrations, it's wheelchair accessible, and they have bathrooms and a shopping area.
Even if it's on a rainy day, there's plenty of covered areas here on the boat.
And it's heated.
And it's heated, and they have food and coffee and all that you can buy at a small cost.
But perhaps one of our favorite parts is the abundance of hands-on opportunities.
What do we have here?
Got a prawn here. Yep, just pinch right above my fingers.
And give it a kiss, babe.
No,
What do you say?
absolutely not. What's coming out?
That is a big old crab. That's great. What you got, babe?
Got a crab.
See if you can shake hands with it right there. I'm sure that's...
No, I'm not putting my finger there.
I put my finger there? Like, right?
Go for it. See what happens.
Now, some did like to hang on,
It's got my hand.
but we were able to let some others go.
Okay.
Going back home.
The starfish has to go back home, so they're allowing me to have the honor. So thanks for joining us on board, but time to go. Making sure no bald eagles come swarming in.
And about those eagles, that is one of the other things about this excursion that is truly amazing. With proper authorizations, the crew prepared some eagle food, and it's time for the show.
Okay, so we are in some native territory where they're allowed to do some feeding of the bald eagle. So they're throwing the fish overboard, and there's literally so many eagles that are swarming in to catch them sometimes in mid-air, but it is amazing to see and so rare to get this close to wild eagles.
Okay, the bald eagles feeding was absolutely amazing. I don't know how many, there was 30 bald eagles. They were flying over my head. It was so cool.
If you want more information on this excursion, we'll put a link in the video description. Our time in Ketchikan was a definite success. Once we arrived back in port, we reboarded the Norwegian Bliss and got some good food to eat. We've tried a lot of food options on board. The American diner was top notch. The steakhouse had good steak, but the side dishes were bland. The local grill may be my favorite. It's complimentary and it's delicious. The buffet was okay. I think we're ready to give our review on the Norwegian Bliss food. Good stuff, 4 stars. On day number 7, we are going to Victoria, British Columbia for the final day of our cruise. The weather is nice, the go-kart track is rolling, people are in the pools, they are going down the water slides, good times are everywhere. Kelly is thinking we should join in on the warm weather fun.
Come on, babe. Grab your swim trunks, your sunglasses. We're going to the pool.
The way you just did that, you got a future in professional wrestling or something.
My name is 𝗕𝗲𝗃𝗃 𝗂𝗏, and I'm just here to tell you, my friend, that we're here for the Caribbean and we're gonna get some swim trunks on and we're about to rock.
I can't help it. It's the sunshine. It brings out the best in me.
How about we go get a burger instead?
So we actually do that. We grab a sandwich at the American diner, but tonight is going to be a challenge. It's time to go ashore.
Day number 7, we are going ashore at Victoria, British Columbia, and the rule is we must do some sort of adventure at every port of call. So at this port of call, we actually only have about 3 hours. It's about 8 p.m. now. We have to be back on board by 11 p.m., which is why we have sunset coming in our face, and there's not a lot of adventure to be done at Victoria in a 3-hour time period. So we're going to try to get on one of those double-decker buses or one of those carts where you get pulled by one of the guys pulling you around, or a horse and carriage, something like that. So let's go have some fun.
We make our way off the ship, but we've had a delay already.
Okay, so we have been in line for the last half hour waiting to get off the ship. We're a little delayed with customs, so now we have less time than we even expected. So if we're gonna have an adventure, we really have to get with it.
So we make our way out of the terminal area, grab a map,
Yeah, we'll take a map. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
and then start looking for any possible option.
All right, so right up there, you see where it says the sign? Here's all the different options.
Yeah.
A rickshaw, a pedicab. At this point, we would count any of those as an
Or a
adventure.
horse trolley would be fun too.
Or a horse trolley.
Oh, I think we should do the rickshaw.
Listen, if it comes
Right
down...
there. Look, he's
All right,
ready.
hey, here we
He's
go,
ready.
here we go.
We talk it over with a few people and think we have found something that will work.
I think we're gonna go with the rickshaw, so we're gonna, the two of us.
Cool, yeah.
Then Kelly and I discover that it is cash only.
Oh, and are you guys comfortable with cash?
We have credit card. So y'all cash only?
We are cash only.
And we didn't have our ATM card with us, so we have a change of plans.
We just purchased tickets to go on a shuttle bus into the main town area so we can see what we can find there.
We load the bus, and after a short ride, we are dropped off in the town center.
Okay, we have been dropped off in the middle of Victoria. So now to find something that resembles adventure.
Kelly and I look around for some adventurous activity to do. Anything. Time is ticking. We are told we may find something in Chinatown, so we walk several blocks to get there.
Okay, so Kelly and I, we have made the walk down to Chinatown. It is very late, so most things seem to be closed. So we are going to head many blocks back into Victoria, back around. There's an area of the bay and the Empress Hotel, and see what adventure we can find there. What do you think, babe?
Let's give it a try.
Maybe the adventure is the hunt for the adventure.
At this point, we're desperate. We are in a fierce battle with Victoria to obey the rule. We must do an adventure at every port of call. And in a moment of inspiration, Kelly sums up the battle perfectly.
Live your adventure. We're trying, but you're closed.
We make it back to the Empress Hotel. Still nothing, and time runs out.
We came to Victoria for an adventure, and we have failed miserably. We came, we saw, we failed.
But you know what? It wasn't an overall failure. This was an amazing cruise. We had some epic adventures along the way, and I'm glad I got to do it with my best friend in the whole wide world.
Did we fail, or was the pursuit and making of memories together the real adventure? You decide. But we are sure glad you followed along with us. Thanks for watching. God bless and keep cruising.